Alright, hello everyone and welcome to another 3v3 fastest map on StarCraft Brood Wars Remastered. We're going to go ahead and jump into replay number 98 today. This is from July 5th, 2021. A lot of games played on that day as well. And this is one, again, these are ones I love. 2 Zerg, 2 Terrans, 2 Protoss, and no John Redcorn. Let's go ahead and get into this one. 24-minute game, so pretty decently long game, so a lot could happen. Let's go ahead and check out the teams in the bottom left corner. That actually seems like a fairly familiar name. The Teal Zerg, New Age. Might have seen a game of his before. Alright, on his team, right above him, is Doob. Interesting little picture there. He is the Pink Terran. So Zerg Terran. And then their last player across the way is the Protoss. So we've got a Zerg Terran Protoss team. The Gray Protoss. DF, DFV, DVF, DV. Alright, so let's check out team number 2. I believe it's the same thing. In the top left corner, we've got Thurhead, the purple Zerg. Also on their team, all the way in the bottom right corner, is Gun Twisted, the, let's call that magenta Terran. And then all the way at the top right corner, they're very spread out, is My Way 03112, the orange Terran. So we've actually got Zerg Terran Protoss versus Zerg Terran Protoss. That's not something that you usually see. Let's go ahead and hover over Pink as we look at the APM. And Pink actually is number 1 at about, oh, actually it's between Magenta and Pink. They're both about 150, pushing also 160. Actually, all but one player is up above 100 APM. So this is looking like a pretty high level, pretty high paced game. So we'll see what we get from all of that. All right, let's just go ahead and check out what everyone's doing at the moment. We'll go ahead and speed things up. I don't see any early pressure on the mini-map from cannon rushers or anything. Here's an early scout, slowing down that spawning pool just a little bit. Interesting play. Alright, so Teal, pretty standard opening. It's going to have 4 hatcheries soon with just 1 spawning pool to support. Oh, here comes a little rush here by Purple. Cute little rush. Looks like Pink is going to have enough to hold this off. You've also got a zealot of oranges in there. Purple just sort of trying to harass. I think they just tried to do a little bit of an early harass, and now they're going to give up. If they went in together, all 4 and 4, it might be alright, but... Alright, so orange is now going to go and attack Teal. This actually might be a good attack because they only have that 1 sunken. Although now that he sees people coming, he's getting a bunch more. Very, very quick reaction time here from Teal. This might end up saving him. Alright, in the meantime, here comes some Zerglings. Orange trying to play this close to the chest. Alright, here's Gray trying to counterattack Purple. So a lot going on here in this game. We're going to try to keep track of all of it. Alright, Orange decides to back out. Gray, though, pushing in on Purple. This is what you want to do against Zerg. You don't want to let them sit around and get strong. You want to force them to get sunkens earlier. It'll slow them down even more, and it just takes them a while to get really strong. Alright, there's another sunken colony. He's trying to get those drones safe. Honestly, if I were him, I'd just use them to attack the zealots. Alright, so he's moving them back and forth. Here come the Zerglings to try to help clean things up. And he does. Alright, so that does put Purple down to only 12, 13 workers. In the meantime, Teal kind of moving out. Alright, Purple has gone back in on Pink with Magenta, and this is a dangerous looking attack. Orange also has a pylon up. So, Teal trying to figure out a way to help his beleaguered pal. This is really looking bad. He went really heavy on those barracks. You'd think he'd have more units. A lot of barracks, though. So he's not completely dead, but these cannons getting up would really, really be a bad situation for him. Alright, so they continue to press in on these barracks. They start to fall. He is building out of them. Yeah, just really low in minerals. He does have 20 workers, but... Alright, so these cannons now doing the work that they need to do. Purple's got units down here. Magenta's got units down here. Orange has got units over here. Gray now trying to counterattack Magenta, and it's working. So just counterattacks galore here. Alright, they're trying to take out this factory. Looks like they might be stopped. There's enough repairing going on that they might not get it. Wow, good job by Magenta saving that factory with the repair. Crucial repair there. I don't know why he decided that that was the target. I mean, I think it does help, but he probably could have just walked through it and got on the production, got into this bunker, killed all of these units. I think that was a weird choice. Alright, so anywho, now Orange is going to sort of give him some extra support with cannons. Teal's starting to get out Hydralisk, so that's really good. Alright, this guy's finally pushing his way out. So he was able to hold with all these bunkers. He's now building another command center. He's getting the factory up. This guy's actually pretty good. He's just been under a lot of duress. He's got a decent amount of Marines. Yeah, I would just sort of park them out front. Here comes Gray. He's got a couple of gateways pumping out Zealots. He's going to go after Purple. Looks like Pink is like, that sounds like a good idea. Purple sending those Zerglings back, trying to get them on top of the Zealots, but Purple is really going to have to make sure that he is defending as best he can with these Sunkens here. This is a dangerous looking counterattack here. Alright, so I don't think any other fight is happening, so this is the fight to watch. Alright, here come the Zealots. They're moving in. Here comes some Hydralisks. There's a lot going on in this base. Alright, the Hydralisks, the Zealots are kind of getting spread out and picked off a little bit. Or they all take, there's one Sunken down. But not too much work on the other Sunken. I don't know what this guy was doing. I think the Zealots got a little bit confused at what they were supposed to be attacking. Or he got confused. But he backs off, I think. Okay, so that was actually help that was coming. Alright, here comes some lurkers from Teal. Oh, and that's not good. That is bad news for everyone. So this is getting to the point where these units are going to be very dangerous. Alright, these lurkers are in a really, really tough spot. Alright, here we go. Pink's got his tank up. He's getting some units out. He's looking alright. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the production tab. Alright, we're seeing Magenta getting a lot of upgrades for the Marines. We're seeing upgrades for Purple from the Hydralisk. We're seeing Gray getting upgrades. Pink building a lot, and Teal building a lot. Not a lot of upgrades coming in from them, though. You just have the lurkers up, though. Alright, so interesting game. A lot of back and forth fighting going on. No one dies. Everyone's still alive. Everyone's still a contributing member. So we'll see what happens next. As you see, a lot of storm coming in from Orange. You've got Vulture Speed coming in from Magenta. Teal getting all their upgrades going. Here's even an upgrade from Pink now, infantry weapons. So a lot going on here. I think this is a point where people are sort of going to just take a beat and figure out the best strategy. Alright, so they know that these lurkers are here, so they're a little bit hesitant. Plus there's tanks and a ton of bunkers. This guy's built a ton of bunkers. Built 8 of them. They're really not that bad of an investment to have, because if you're losing a fight or someone comes in on you, you can just throw all your units in there, and they're still protecting the tanks. Alright, so Purple now, moving back up to their base. It looks like Gray wants to attack him. He sort of sets himself up really nicely. Again, Gray move commanding his units. Like, what are you doing? Even move commanding your units for just a little bit while they're taking damage is just devastating to their health. I mean, again, he's sort of just moving them around, moving them into the base. Like, I don't know what this guy is doing. Now he's got them sort of where he wants them, but now they're in just bad position. And orange is easily able to come up and help. Teal now trying to help out a little bit. He's getting some lurkers out. Purple's got lurkers. This might not be the best place in the world to try to get these out. Alright, magenta kind of moving to the middle. They're kind of taking things out now. It's a really good job by magenta to get up into the middle and start putting a lot of pressure here. Alright, so those lurkers do get out. Are they going to get... Oh man, so he spends all that time and money getting those lurkers out for them to just immediately die. It's not a smart play. Alright, so now you got a big ball of Hydralisk and Zealots with middle priority. Alright, so here comes Gray trying to push out of this. The Zealots have one on the attacks, but that's not going to be enough against 1-1 Hydralisk. Oh man, this is not looking good for Gray. Alright, so the lurkers for Teal are really what's keeping everyone in the game right now. Alright, Purple now putting some lurkers outside of Teal's base. They're really locking things down here. Alright, so the stalemate kind of continues. I'm surprised they're not moving in on Gray. Orange with no upgrades on the Zealots. They are coming in though. Magenta trying to put some pressure on Pink. I'm not quite sure. Alright, Pink's trying to set up tanks all over the place. Yeah, 82 workers for Teal. He's just been able to sit down here and do whatever he wants to do. Alright, he's sending Mutalisk now. Gosh, they just have such a strong presence in the middle of the map here. Alright, here come the Mutalisk, but you've got these upgraded Marines here. Unless you're making these Guardians, I don't really know how that's going to work out. Alright, so they decide to just bully in on Pink. Pink's got a lot of units. It's a bad time for the Guardians to start coming in. Them right now. Alright, this is not looking good. Alright, he's just sending some Mutalisk just to help out a little bit. Just, where are you sending them? Just have them attack! Why are people just moving their units around? Like, it's willy-nilly. It's driving me insane. Oh my gosh. Alright, so the Guardians sneak out. They should be able to clean up these Zealots. They're just sort of standing around doing nothing. We've got some Wraiths coming out. More Guardians coming out. Alright, now Purple's trying to do the same thing. Some Mutalisk. They still have priority in the middle. Gray's now moving to Dragoons. He's finally got one attack. Alright, so here comes Teal moving out. Oh, he's realizing that he's got some lurkers to deal with over here. Why are you running your Hydralisk right into this? All you have to do is bring up an Overlord. Oh man, this team's getting picked apart. Here's Pink trying to do some kind of massive drop, and he gets taken down. So there are some Devourers now, but it's too late. What an absolute fumble by this top team. Oh my goodness. I don't really see how team number one can win this game now. They just really just blew it there. Alright, so you still got units. Teal's trying to kind of fight for the middle again. He's still got some Guardians. He's sending up Zerglings with Hydralisk support. The Hydralisk are 1-1. Oh, here's Pink coming into the middle. Alright, so this is a nice little play. Gray has been virtually untouched. He's got a bunch of Dragoons. I think they need to attack right now. Alright, here comes Magenta with a huge force. Just sending the house out to try to reclaim this middle. Alright, he's pushing them back. Alright, here come the lurkers. I don't know if he's going to be able to get these out in time. Again, another bad timing for the lurkers. Oh, and he gets them out just in time. Here comes a big Corsair fleet. This is Orange's Corsair fleet. He's going to try to come in, maybe clean up some Overlords. By going after the Overlords with Corsairs, as you can see, most of them are over here. This is going to take out a significant amount of them. Plus, you got this one over here. I don't think these ones are going to do... Yeah, these ones won't escape. But these ones are going to be worth their weight in gold here. But Teal, unfortunately, has a lot of Overlords all over the place. Alright, here comes Teal. He's moving his lurkers around. Here's Pink with all these tanks over here. He's got them a little bit of everywhere. Alright, here comes a drop. Alright, here comes a drop. Who is this doing this drop? Is this Gray? Oh, and he lands it! Oh, what a play! I think that was Gray that made that play. Unbelievable drop there. That takes Magenta down to 22 workers. Oh, man, that was devastating. Alright, here's Teal over here taking out some stuff. Alright. Team number 2, against all odds, has taken them in the middle of this map. Alright, they're trying to attack purple. He's got Corsairs. This guy's bringing up the tanks to attack these Hydralisks. He had to go with more Devourers. Here's Orange trying to break out. Oh, a nice storm on top of those lurkers. Oh, he takes them all out with the storm. Oh, these some crucial storm plays all of a sudden. Gray cleaning up what Orange had down there. Alright, here comes Green. Man, what a game. This is back and forth. Alright. Alright. Units waypoint. List is full. Alright, so we've got a lot of units on the field. You've got a really well-positioned tank setup here, really all across the board. He's done a really good job setting things up. Teal's over here. Just tons of Hydralisks at 2-2s. We're seeing Orange going air now. He's getting scouts out. Here is, oh, these Overlords are getting, oh, he does a drop. He drops the lurkers in. He's also got a bunch of Devourers up on top of these Overlords who are sitting, chilling in pink space. Alright, so Teal trying to come in and help with this. Those lurkers are just so devastating. Alright, so he's got... his production is safe at the moment. He's still got 75 workers, but all of this stuff was taken out. Certainly something that gives you pause. Alright, so in the meantime, Gray, along with Guardian support and tank support, is taking out Magenta. I don't think they have anything to help this guy. Is the problem. This is where being so spread out is probably the worst thing for them. Alright, so here they are. Oh, these scouts are worth their weight in gold, taking out these tanks. So he's trying to pave the way for help to come, but man, oh man, Magenta. Look at Magenta's got everything invested in this bunker. Trying to repair it, and it goes down. That might be it for him. This guy's trying to repair this tank, and it goes down. Couple of tanks or cannons in the corner here from Orange. He's trying to do something to help. Orange trying to fight his way through all of this middle just to get to his buddy, but I think it's just too late. Team number 1 continues to hold the middle. Alright, Purple resetting after their big drop. I'm sure this guy's resetting as well. Look at all those factories that guy's got. Tons of factories. Gray sort of hanging in there. As Orange really is just pressing so hard to try to help out. Just could not do it. Magenta staying alive by just a hair. I believe he's got a building down here. Yep. Building over here. I don't think he has any SCVs. No, he does not. So he's a spectator at this point. So now it's a 3v2. Purple and Orange are certainly still in this game, but all of a sudden it swung back in their favor. And oh, okay, that's Magenta leaving. So Magenta loses his last 2 buildings. He's out for sure. All right, here comes Purple. He's coming in, trying to just go after the command center. This is a play I've seen a lot of lately. And because of all those lurkers, he can't get any extra support in there. Here's some Valkyries trying to take them out. It's going to be close. Do they do a good enough job to stop these mutalisks? Yes, they do. Oh, huge play. A couple repairs that happened early in the game and right now were absolutely crucial. Wow, the swings in this game, the counters. Oh, and here comes Orange with a huge drop. Orange set up this huge drop on Gray. It's all over his production. Oh my goodness. And it's wow. So Orange really just did a number on Gray. Here comes Teal trying to put a nail in the coffin of Purple. This could probably be it here. Oh, he uses an ensnare. I can't remember the last time I saw an ensnare used. Here come the Valkyries coming in to take the Overlords out. These Hydralisks aren't going to hold for too much longer. He's got a line of lurkers, but there is Overlord support. Can they get them? Oh, the ensnare is actually really helping keep those lurkers from getting too far in. Oh, they get on top of the Defiler. This is looking like it might be a little too much to handle for Purple. Orange set up that beautiful drop on Gray. So Gray's definitely in a bad situation, but these other 2 guys are still just cooking along. Wow. Alright, so here they are pushing in. And he finally taps out. And then Orange taps out on top of that. What a game. Really, really well done game. Just back and forth, counter after counter. There's literally a moment where I thought I said, I don't know how team number 1 could possibly win now. And then they just found a way to take the middle and win the game. Incredible, incredible stuff. All right, thanks for joining me. I'm starting to get into some of those longer replays, and ones like this are really, really interesting. So thanks for joining me. Have a good rest of your week, and I will catch you on the next replay.